If the Kathleen Kennedy era at Lucasfilm is ending, its legacy is unfulfilled promises and unfair expectations. There ever have been another Star Wars, following George Lucas's hate magnet prequels, that wouldn't incur insensate fan wrath? Being angry about Star Wars had almost become the default emotion for fans of Star Wars when Lucas handpicked Kathleen Kennedy, now reported by Puck to be retiring at the end of this year, which Lucasfilm denied to Variety, to run the company upon his own retirement in May 2012. The immediate expectation was that, with her 3 decades of experience producing some of the most beloved blockbusters of all time as Steven Spielberg's producing partner, she would develop new theatrical films for the Star Wars franchise. That came to fruition just 5 months later on October 30, 2012, when an announcement was made that Rock the Galaxy, Lucas had negotiated the sale of his company to Disney for $4.3 billion and a sequel to Return of the Jedi, simply titled Star Wars, Episode 7 at that point, was in the works to kick off a whole new trilogy, with Kennedy at the helm. How promising those days seemed. For this lifelong Star Wars fan huddling in a New York City apartment that still didn't have power in the wake of Hurricane Sandy, the news about these new Star Wars movies was nothing but electrifying, a shot in the arm. Kennedy herself was just entering an awards season victory lap with Lincoln as an eventual Best Picture nominee. In her career pre-Lucasfilm, she received 8 Best Picture nominations, including for films directed by filmmakers other than Spielberg, such as The Sixth Sense, Seabiscuit, and The Curious Case of Benjamin Button. She was giving all that up, and the leadership of Shingle the Kennedy/Marshall Company alongside husband Frank Marshall, to steer the Star Wars franchise. 12.5 years later, that promise has all but evaporated. Make no mistake, she has been at the helm as Star Wars has given us some all-time highs, The Last Jedi, Andor, the Season 2 finale of The Mandalorian, but also far more enervating lows that have left even the most bullish fan wondering where Star Wars. Since the release of The Last Jedi, and the mindless backlash it incurred, Kennedy has been almost an effigy to be pilloried by the most unforgiving and hate-filled fans. It seems odd to even be calling them fans in this context. She has presided over an era that saw authentic hate for the prequels, unfair as much of that hate might have been, curdle into the monetized hate of an entire YouTube grifter class that makes money off the most views they can incur from their rage-filled takes. Even the one possibly universally adored property created on her watch during her tenure, Andor, has resulted in videos titled How Andor Ruined Star Wars on YouTube.